Vinca plant care in winter days requires to keep some really important points in mind for a healthy and growing plant. If you follow these tips and tricks, your Vinca plant will definitely keep its growth consistent. Winter season is not its season and it can harm your plant very badly due to the sudden decrease in the temperature of the environment. But following this video will ensure the survival of your Vinca plant in such odd conditions. So keep watching and do subscribe to our channel. Vinca plant is a summer season plant that grows very fast in these days, but as the winter starts, the temperature changes, humidity rises, and the sun comes up rarely. These changes affect the growth of Vinca plant. The intensity of coolness in the air matters very much. If winters are extremely cold in your area, then it's obvious the Vinca plant wouldn't survive. But these tips will definitely give you better results. The most important thing in Vinca winter care is your watering style. In summers, the soil of Vinca plant dries out very quickly and requires to be watered daily or twice a day. But as the temperature goes down, the soil mix starts to dry out very rarely. The best way to water is to wait for the soil mix to dry out a little. If you water over a moist soil mix, it may get blocked in the soil that can cause rotting of the roots and an overwatered condition. In result, a stunted growth, yellow leaves and a dying condition of Vinca plant appears. So the solution is really simple. In the whole winter days, water only when the soil feels dry. For more on Vinca, consider subscribing to our channel for such videos. The quality of soil mix also depends very much. If your soil mix is water blocking and hard, then watering can go very bad. Vinca plant is an easy to grow plant and a well draining soft soil mix can work really well for it. You can make a simple soil recipe at home. Simply mix these ingredients in similar ratios. This homemade soil mix works just fine for growing Vinca plant in pots. Otherwise, you can also buy this regular potting mix from the description box link. The next important thing to consider in Vinca plant winter care is its location. As the Vinca plant is a flowering plant, a sunny spot is extremely important for its growth and blooming. But in winter days, the sun hardly comes up. Therefore, you must have to provide it a bright spot away from the night frost. Putting it near a sunny spot under a shade can work well. And when the sun shines, you can also put it in full sun area. You can also read an article on Vinca plant winter care from the description box link. But if you place your Vinca plant in an open area, frost of the night will definitely kill it. Therefore, a bright but shaded area can work really well to protect the plant from the frost. Or you can also move it indoors. Vinca plant is a low maintenance plant that can grow without any specific fertilizer very well. You can provide it a fertilizer in the summer days, but in the winters, as it's the resting time of Vinca plant, you don't need to provide it any fertilizer. Adding too many fertilizers in the winter days can be harmful. You should wait for the springs to give it a powerful fertilizer, but in the winters, try to avoid fertilizing it as much as you can. You can simply use a small dose of compost once a month, but don't add more than that. A good quality compost is also added in the description box to buy. Another extremely important point in Vinca plant winter care is about propagation. Vinca plant is a fast growing plant that can be propagated within the season whenever you want, but winter is not its season and you should definitely avoid its propagation in winter days. In the dormancy time period, the yellowing of Vinca leaves is perfectly normal. There is an article on Vinca plant yellow leaves added in the description box. You can learn more about this from that article. Yellow leaves are natural, but the problem occurs when we become panicked and start adding fertilizers. The stress on the root causes a stunted growth, and this thing turns fatal with time and other environmental conditions. Disturbing Vinca roots in the winter days means to put it in a shock when it's already in a shock. One more stress on a stressed Vinca plant will definitely kill it. You must avoid repotting and any other root work. The thumb rule is that let it grow on its own. Do not disturb the Vinca roots in winters. You can repot it in early springs. For any question, leave a comment below and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. You can also check out a whole playlist on our channel talking all about Vinca plant. It's also added here, must give it a try.